Hi everyone, welcome back to the Inner Swim YouTube yoga channel. I'm Jaylin and I have a fun, feel-good flow for you today to help you start your day maybe or restart your day. So all you need is a sticky mat and a little bit of space, and let's dive right in. So we're going to start seated and with the feet together, soles of the feet touching, the legs in this nice diamond shape, and you can have the feet as far or as close as you like here. And we're just going to start with some nice spinal movements. So holding onto your ankles or your shins, you can close your eyes for these first few breaths, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Breathing in, sitting up nice and tall. Breathing out, allowing your knees to fall to the floor. Take one more breath in here. And out. And now opening your eyes, breathe in and arch your spine, pressing your chest forward and lifting your chest and your gaze. And as you breathe out, round your spine, rolling back onto your tailbone, tucking the tailbone under, shoulder blades spread. So just like that, we're going to inhale, arch and lift, pulling those ankles in, and exhale as you roll back, tucking the tailbone, spreading the shoulder blades apart, connecting to your belly here. One more breath in, arching, looking up, and as you breathe out, rounding and rolling back. Good. As you inhale, come forward and just sit up straight in the middle. We're going to bring the knees together. I'm going to flip around and we'll come into a little twist. So holding onto your shins with your right or left arm, doesn't matter. Bring the opposite arm behind you and twist your chest open, keeping your feet and your seat grounded. Maybe looking back behind you for just a few breaths here. In through the nose, out through the nose. Good. Come back through your middle and switch. Other arm goes around the shins. Opposite arm and hand plant behind you. Breathing in. And as you exhale, twisting from your center, from your chest. Maybe looking back behind you. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then come back to the middle, looking forward. We're just going to cross at the ankles or the shins, plant the palms, and step the knees back into tabletop pose. So feeling nice and strong here, spread the fingers a little bit, engage the abdominal muscles a little bit, hugging them up and in. And moving through the spine again, we're going to inhale and arch the spine, lifting the chest forward, lifting your gaze, lifting the sit bones. And then as you breathe out, go ahead and round from your tailbone up your middle back, between the shoulder blades, dropping the head. So 2 more like that. Inhale as you arch, lengthening. Exhale as you round from your tail up to your head. And inhale, arch the spine. Lift the chest forward. Exhale from your tail up to your head. Good. Keep the spine rounded as you sit back toward your heels or maybe right on your heels. And rest your head maybe on your hands here or maybe right on the floor. Just pausing for a few breaths in through the nose out through the nose. We're going to develop a little bit of heat here to help us burn up stagnant energies and basically lighten our load, clear the mind. So when you're ready, you're going to extend the arms forward, come back to table. From your table, lift your belly button up and in. Bring your knees a little closer together. And then step your right foot back, leg is straight, looking at the floor just in front of your mat. And then maybe step the left foot back, both legs are straight and strong, coming into a plank. And then step your right knee in and your left knee in. Good, so we're going to do that on the other side. So without arching or rounding your spine, try to stay stable as you step your left foot back, leg is straight. Step the right foot back, leg is straight, bum is down, plank pose. Step your left knee in, step your right knee in. Good, maybe have a sit back on your heels. It's always nice to take a little breath to reset. Inhaling up toward the ceiling with the arms. Exhale, open the chest and release the arms. Good. Bringing the palms forward, plant your palms. You're going to step back into plank one more time. One foot at a time, stepping back. Navel is up and in. And then from here, lift your bum and press back into downward facing dog. Now you can widen your feet a little bit. And you might even walk your feet a touch closer to your hands if that would feel more steady for you. Now in your downward dog, connecting through palms and the balls of the feet. You can pause here and just be still, or you can bend one knee at a time and walk the dog. So alternating, bending one knee at a time, pressing the opposite heel away. Good, breath is strong here, in through the nose, out through the nose. And then if you've been walking the dog, stop the walking and come still. Press both heels back, lift your sit bones. Lower ribs hug in toward the spine. Head is relaxed. Then go ahead and bend both knees. So coming into like a downward dog, kind of like a squat. Bend both knees and then extend the legs. And inhale, bend both knees. Reach your seat back. Exhale, extend the legs. And one more like that. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. And now bring the knees all the way down to the floor. Bring your knees as wide as your yoga mat, big toes together, and have a seat right between your thighs here. Resting your head, your arms. You might like to flip the palms up to face the ceiling and give your shoulders a nice release. Breathing into the back ribs and breathing out. Beautiful. Now plant your palms again. Use your breath to bring you forward, back into that tabletop pose. Bring your knees a little closer in. Tuck your toes. Press your seat back toward your heels and lift up into your downward facing dog again. So finding that distance between feet and palms that feels steady and stable for you. You're going to keep the left foot grounded as you take a big breath in and stretch the right leg straight back behind you. Try to keep your hips level. Point that right toe and reach it straight back. Then either stay here or roll the right hip on top of the left hip, bend your right knee and squeeze that heel in toward your bum. Rolling the right hip open, press evenly through both palms. In through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale as you reach that right leg straight back again. Square the hips and exhale, release the right foot down. Good. We're going to inhale the left leg back, point the toes, reach. And as you exhale, roll the left hip on top of the right hip. Press the heel in towards your bum and press evenly through both palms. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, stretch that left leg back, square the hips. Exhale, release the left foot down. Good, so shorter this time. We're going to inhale, stretch the right leg back, straight back behind. And as you exhale, bring the right foot all the way forward between the palms, plant it. And exhale the left knee to the floor. And either stay here, or as you take a breath in, you can reach the arms up, lift the belly away from your front thigh, and come into a beautiful low lunge, gently arching the back, looking up. And you can either stay here, or release the right hand toward the floor, and come into a side bend, reaching the right fingers toward the floor and the left fingers up and over. Stretching the left ribs right down through the front of that left leg and hip. Good. Inhale both arms to the ceiling. Belly is away from the front thigh. And then as you exhale, open your arms into a T, twisting toward that right leg. Nice. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, plant the palms. We're going to lift that back knee, stretch the left leg back, step back into a plank pose, and then come right back into your downward facing dog, lifting your hips, maybe walking your feet in a little bit. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Inhale, left leg back, point the toes, stretch. Exhale, left foot plants between the palms. Bring the right knee down. Now stay here or inhale, reach the arms up toward the sky. Belly moves away from the front thigh. Looking up with nice active arms here. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, maybe coming into that little side bend. Try to drop your left hip and bend right at your side. One more breath here. Inhale both arms toward the ceiling, long spine. As you exhale, maybe twisting open to the left. Arms in a T and you're twisting right from your belly. Good. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Looking up, and exhale as you plant the palms. Lift your back knee. Step back into a plank. Thumb is down, chest is forward, and then lift right back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Okay. Breathe in. Breathe out. That's that good heat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now bending your knees, you're going to walk your palms back, one print at a time, until your heels come down and you're in a nice easy forward bend over your legs. So you can bend your knees here. Let your head and spine release toward the floor. And then with nice bent knees, go ahead and roll up to stand, tucking your sit bones under, and your head is the last thing to come up. Good. Standing tall, just reach your arms up toward the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, arms out and down. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Hold your left wrist and exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, arms straight up. Hold your right wrist, exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, straight up. Exhale, release your arms. We're gonna step the feet out, about as wide as the yoga mat. We're gonna play with a little squat flow here. So do what feels appropriate in your body today. We're gonna bend the knees, send the seat down and back, and the hands can come maybe in between the knees, keeping those legs fairly active here. And then we're gonna plant the palms and walk forward into a plank pose, so one print at a time. Stretching the legs right back into that plank. Keep the feet wide. And then walk the hands back again. Bring the heels back to the floor, toes turned out, and sit back down into that squat. Maybe the head lifts up. You can always keep your hands on the floor here. Now we're gonna walk the hands forward again, stretch back out into your plank. Chest is forward and lifted, bum is down. And then walking the hands back. Bend the knees. Either stay here with your hands down or release down into the squat with the head up. Good, one more like this. Walk the hands forward, one print at a time. Stretch the legs out. And walk the hands back. Bending your knees. And releasing down into your squat. Maybe the head lifts up and the palms come together. Good, last time here, we're gonna walk the hands out into plank. And then slowly, this time, lower your knees, your thighs, and your belly right to the floor. So go ahead and slide your elbows under your shoulders. The elbows will come forward as you prop yourself up onto your forearms for Sphinx pose. Slowing the breath down here. And do your best to relax through your legs. Ground through the palms. And just gazing at the floor between your palms here. Enjoying a few more breaths. And then slowly lower your chest as you widen your elbows and rest your forehead down on your palms. Now let's have some fun here with a bow pose. You have options. You're going to bend the knees and reach back around, see if you can hold your ankles. If not, don't worry. Just reach your arms back as if you could. So either you're connected or not. Either way is great. We're going to take a big breath in and lift as much of the body as we can off of the floor. If you are holding your ankles, kick your legs into your hands and try to balance on your belly button as you breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Take one more breath in, lift a little higher. And exhale, release. Ooh, gently let the feet go back and rest your head on the floor. Steady your breath. Notice how you feel. From here, we're going to bring our nose to the floor. Plant the palms just under your shoulders so the elbows are reaching back. Press into those palms, lift your chest, your belly, maybe your thighs up off of the floor. Maybe extending the arms all the way, coming into an upward dog, balancing on the tops of your feet. And then press yourself all the way back into downward facing dog. Hold and breathe here, in through the nose, out through the nose. In through the nose, out through the nose. And slowly bring your knees back down on the ground. This time we're going to stand up on our knees. You can keep your toes tucked under. A couple options here too. We're going to play with a camel pose or Ushtrasana. Big full front body opener is going to open up your heart and your belly. We want to keep our belly strong, so the abdominal muscles hugging in. And bring your hands to your low back. So you can keep your hands here as you lean back and lift your heart toward the ceiling, looking up at your ceiling. And if it feels all right, you can lower the hands down to hold your heels. Lift that chest, hug the belly muscles in, maybe let the head fall back and just breathe here. Soul energizing, just breathe. You got this, one more breath. Then lift your head if it's back. Engage those belly muscles and come up with the strength of your belly and your back. Oh, and just have a nice seat on your heels here. That's a big one. Have a little seat. Sometimes it's nice to just rub your hands on your thighs. If you want to further release your spine, you can curl yourself forward into a little child's pose. So we're nearing the end of our practice here. Take a few calming breaths. You've done lots of effortful movement. You've moved prana energy around the body. Breathe and integrate. And when you're ready, go ahead and sit back up. And you can sit right on your heels here. If it doesn't feel too nice, you can always sit cross-legged. We're going to spend just a moment doing a little energizing breath practice that also helps us to release those stagnant energies, the detoxifying breath. However, if you're currently menstruating, we're not going to do this practice. Okay, you can just stay with a nice flowing belly breath. So this is Kapalabhati, or fire breath. We're going to take 10 breaths forcefully out through the nose, like this. And each time you breathe like that, you're going to squeeze your abdominal muscles in. Okay, so 10 breaths like that, then a few breaths in between to reset. And we'll do 3 rounds, so 30 breaths in total. Okay, so you'll hear me breathing, do your own pace. You're going to inhale and begin. Breathe in, normal. Breathe out, normal. Right, so 10 forceful breaths. Breathe in to prepare and begin. Breathe in normally. Breathe out normally. Good, one more round. Breathing in. Breathe all your air out. And inhale a fresh breath in. And out. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to sit onto one side. Extend the legs forward. And prepare to roll down onto our backs. We're going to keep our legs grounded, the feet flexed. Reach your arms forward and just gently roll back, rounding the spine, coming all the way down and back. And eventually your head will release. And you're here on your back. So winding down now, go ahead and plant your feet. Open up your knees, bringing the soles of your feet together again. Maybe resting your hands on your inner thighs or on your belly, or even on your chest. You might close your eyes here now and just enjoy some nice calming breaths, feeling the belly rise and fall. Now you could stay here just as you are, enjoying this shape. If you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit here and come into a fish pose variation, you might like to watch first before you come into the shape yourself. But adding this fish will bring your heart as the highest point in your body, will open up your throat and basically stimulate your heart to finish the practice. If you are coming into fish, bring your hands to your outer thighs, and the elbows are going to press and ground into the mat like crazy as you puff your chest open and bring the top of your head to the floor. Relaxing your knees, grounding through those elbows, and the top of the head is grounded on the floor. And just breathing here, a few breaths, maybe 5. And then lift your head, tuck your chin, and lower back down onto your shoulders and your head. From here, we'll help the knees together. Bring the knees in toward the chest and draw some circles with the knees in space. Massaging the lower back, the sacrum. And then reverse and circle the opposite way. And finishing our active practice with a twist here. With your knees together. Bring your arms out to a T on the ground and let your knees come over to the right. resting your legs down and maybe turning your head to the left. Enjoying a few breaths here in the recline twist. Relaxing all your muscles. And bring your head back through center. Squeeze the legs together and bring your legs back through center and right over to the left. Relaxing through your whole legs and hips, and maybe turning your head to the right. And bring your head back through center, followed by your legs. Wrap your arms around your shins and bring your forehead up, squeezing yourself into a little ball. And then release and open your whole body up, arms and legs, taking up lots of space on the ground here. And then flexing your feet, spreading your toes and your fingers, tensing your arms and your legs. Curl your toes, curl the fingers, scrunch up your face, and let it all go now. Breathing out with a nice sigh as you release out into just a short rest in Shavasana. Little time to soak in the benefits of your practice and integrate. So feel free to close your eyes and release all effort now. Now slowly begin to deepen your breath. Inhaling from your belly up to your heart, and exhaling heart to belly. And wiggling your fingers and your toes. You're going to lift the arms up toward the ceiling and then wrap the arms around your heart. You're going to tuck your chin toward your chest and just lift up to the tips of your shoulder blades, lifting the head, and then slowly lower the shoulder blades and the head back down. And we'll open up the arms to the ceiling and switch the cross of the arms. And again, lift your head, lifting to the tips of your shoulder blades, and lowering the heart and the head back down. Go ahead and open up your arms to a T again. Stretch your arms up overhead, lengthening from your fingers to your toes. And then give yourself a big hug here with the knees in toward your chest. Go ahead and roll to your right side and pause there. And finally, coming all the way back up to sit. And we'll seal our practice off together here. So sitting up, maybe with your hands resting on your knees, palms facing the ceiling. Just taking a moment to check in and notice the echo and the effect of your time spent here. And bringing the palms together in front of your heart. Bowing your head toward your own heart, sealing this in with gratitude, appreciation. Thank you so much for your practice. I wish you a beautiful rest of your day ahead. And I bow to you. Hari Om. Namaste. Thanks everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.